Good Saturday morning out there to all my political junkies. Hope everyone is enjoying the start to the weekend. If you are a Republican, then I suspect you might be licking some wounds this Saturday morning. Fortunately, this past week, our president and the House GOP failed to even bring health care reform up for a vote on the House floor. And it appears that not only the leadership in the House, but even the executive branch at this point is okay with leaving the status quo in place. To some degree, I don't blame President Trump. He has a really big vision for the country. And I always believe that trying to tackle healthcare reform during the first 100 days was not the smartest thing to do, simply because it does require a tremendous amount of political capital. And we have so many other things on the agenda that we really need to be focused on, like the budget, tax reform, infrastructure, immigration, trade, and so many other things that we need to be spending some energy around. My fear is that the president may have expended so much political capital trying to get healthcare reform through that he may run into some large barriers as he moved to some of his other domestic policy items. I also am, as a business owner, I'm disappointed that the House GOP was unable to get something done. I think everyone in the business community has been waiting with anticipation that something was going to help happen with the healthcare law that was going to end up giving some relief to a lot of small business owners that are out here. But unfortunately, that is something that we'll have to continue to wait. Now, as it relates to the plan that the House proposed in terms of reforming healthcare, I was never fully on board with it. I felt like it came up short in terms of addressing the costs that are in the system. It also fell short in terms of just addressing care. Prior to Obamacare even being passed, less than 50% of doctors accepted Medicaid. That number has actually continued to go down as we've added more people to the rolls of Medicaid. And so we do need to address how do we provide just simply better care for those people that are low income and moderate income that are relying on that program. I also felt like the House GOP bill, failed to address another major issue within our system. That's chronic illnesses. When you look at the drivers behind the cost of healthcare, one of the largest drivers of cost is chronic illnesses. It's people that are suffering from drug and alcohol abuse and obesity and a number of other things that are really related more to behaviors and not necessarily to genetics. And so we need something comprehensively done, and it's very hard to do, and that's why we've been debating the issue for 30 years. But I'm happy to see that Trump had the courage to get out there and tackle a really big issue in the first 100 days of his presidency. Unfortunately, he suffered his first major legislative defeat, and I don't suspect it will be the last. I guess lastly, I would say to all of the political novices out there, this is a great lesson, and I've been talking about this for many years. This is a great lesson around the fact that no matter what you want to get done in this country, no matter how big or how large or what your vision may be, Congress must be on board. You cannot do anything in this country without building consensus in Congress and Congress agreeing to move legislation forward and give the president something that he can sign. So this is a great lesson. I hope Trump picked up on this lesson. I hope other members of the administration received the lesson. And as we start to move forward on some really big agenda items, I hope that we focus more on building a consensus that allows us to get things done in this country. All of you guys out there, stay locked in.